Okay, I'm good.
Okay, Project Nisa is now streaming. Can someone go on the stream and confirm that there's audio?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yep.
Yep, there is.
Alright, cool. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be doing a couple little bits of admin.
Oh, before that though, also, if you know how to do the raffle thing, I've got stuff that...
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, do you know how to do that?
You might need to change the name of the thing, because the channel's just sent out a thing that it's broadcasting the World's 2020 finals.
Oh, yeah.
Title: British Colony Alt Art.
I mean, I'd be glad to give away some of my stuff. I have stuff. So much.
I still have a box of stuff I didn't manage to sell at Worlds in 2019.
Listen, the whole point of the stream is to make sure people buy your stuff, not so you can give it away.
No, that's how you get them.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
That's part of the process.
I mean, that's true.
You gotta
Like
get
the
them hooked.
first alt is free.
Yeah, see?
Like, you get their goodwill, and then they're all like...
Hi, everybody. Oh, man, 25 people are viewing. Okay, this is actually a stream now? That's weird.
No.
Okay. I think we
Okay,
can actually
no
probably
more
get
Art
started.
Illuminati.
Yeah, okay. I have my... Sorry, everyone, for the disjointed start of the stream. We had some technical difficulties, but I think we're good now. Why don't we... Host, speak up a bit. Well, how about instead I move my microphone closer? Is that better?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Is this the Alt Art World Championships? Can we have an Alt Art World Championship?
That
Art
would be
is not.
disastrous.
Art is not a competition. No.
Or does it mean, like, making decks of only alt arts and seeing which one can win?
Yeah,
That-
you
that
have to
would
have
be-
an
I
alt-
think you
yeah,
could do
I
that.
like that.
I once built nearly an entire alt-art Apex deck. That was good.
Host is much quieter than the rest. Do you?
So just can you turn up your input volume in OBS?
I can do that.
Yeah. Just drag the little thingy.
You might need to put a filter on as well to increase it.
Settings, audio. Bushi a little quiet. And Ed's the one telling me that. That's embarrassing.
Schooled by
And
professional.
that's why we start a little early.
That's exactly what it is. You know what it is? It's probably open volume mixer. No.
No, just in OBS, the little slider thingy.
Is there a little slider thing?
Yeah, next to where your microphone
It's
is
all the
on
way up.
OBS.
That's the problem.
It's OBS. It's got like a billion little sliders.
Okay.
Yeah, this doesn't usually have, like...
You know what? I'm gonna talk really loud. And my son is taking a nap above.
Or wait. Why don't you turn us down?
Yeah,
So
you can
that
turn
everybody
us
else
down
turns their volume up.
What?
in Discord.
What? I can. That's madness.
So you just make us the same volume as you, and then everyone else just turns up the stream. See?
Yeah, that's
How you
not
do
a
it.
bad- That's not a bad idea. How does that sound for everybody? Okay. Now I was
Crank
giving
it.
I was giving Ed a little bit of a hard time because he's been streaming for the past month and he's had a couple of audio issues, but has the expertise to just sort those out pretty well. I'm gonna start the stream actually for real. If some people that are on the call with me can maybe post this over in different social media platforms slash
heck yeah.
basically
Dude, you
Slack
think
and
that's safe?
Discord and whatnot. But hi everybody, my name is Dan or Dan B. Luckily I have a username I picked out that is also my name, so very easy to understand. And I somehow through various bribes and back channel deals, managed to steal the information from Project Nisei around this Twitch channel. That's not true. I just asked Serenity if I could borrow the keys to the Twitch car for a bit. And with it, I figured tomorrow, Gateway Day, System Update Day, we will have some a bunch of people that are going to go out to their local print-on-demand service and buy some cards. And I figured what better opportunity to show off some of the great community alt artists and real Netrunner artists. So I got on the call some very talented people, and I want to introduce them. We have Elwin, aka Jakuza.
Heyo.
We have Liga, the queen
Hi.
of cyberspace. We have Alexis, aka Mean Lady.
Be good on Slack, or I'm going to yell at you.
We have. Are you going by Akira or Netscape Navigator now, Aki?
Either's fine.
Okay.
Netscape Navigator is what I stream on, and I've been changing everything to that.
Stay on brand. That makes complete sense. And we have Ollie, aka Shipment of Head Crabs. Oh,
Also known as TSA.
and we have Duncan Krembler. That was,
Oh, how are you?
you know. So hi everybody. And this is going to be a little bit informal. We're going to be showing off some cool art. We're going to be showing off some cool alt arts. And then if we have time, I would love to just like, I have TKO on this computer, so we're just going to play some fun games as well.
I can't wait.
Man, so I'm streaming. I'm showing off the amazing Near Earth Hub art on the Near Earth Hub website. And if anyone has not seen this, nearhub.net, you're able to. I have put together, a little bit of showboating. I did put this together, but huge link hub showing off all the different alt artists. And in the Artist Colony tab over here, we have some really cool stuff, right? Including some new alt arts, right? We have Sanjay has a new pack up. I don't remember their name, but there's a cool Bitrunner art pack that just went up. Baza has a cool bunch of HP and NBN ice, and then Keith has a Keiko alt art that's going up soon. But throughout this stream, I'm going to be, we're going to talk to a couple of the creators that are on the call. We're going to have some banter, and we're going to show off some cool stuff. So I think, Elwin, I'm going to start with you because you just dumped a whole bunch of art into the Discord, and I want to show off your stuff.
Fair.
The laser wizard himself. So Elwin,
That is a good title. Thank you, sir. I will take it. I will gladly accept it.
Elwin, I have your Instagram up, which has a bunch of stuff on it. I want to just hear about what you contribute to the alt art community, and also what have you done for Project Nisei themselves, because I think you have at least one official art as well, right?
True. So, what I've done for Nisei so far is just Rezeki. But there's a new thing coming up soon as well. But I can't say too much about it, although it's not in Gateway. But mostly I think I'm known for the lasering, and that's something that I started with, roughly 5 years ago. And basically I started out with very simple things, which you actually can't see on the Instagram.
Yeah, let me actually pull up. I'm gonna pull up that HB you just.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first acrylics I ever did.
Let's see if I can show that off on stream. That one of your first acrylics, that Haas Biroid Engineering the Future.
Correct.
And
this is where I started out with. It's so cute. It's almost endearing to me. Like I was so proud of it, and I'm still proud of it. But if you compare it to the later work,
It doesn't have the detail that you have on some of the other ones.
Yeah.
I'm showing a couple of them that are in my personal collection. Like, let me move this Val off to the side, even though I love the detail on Val. But like the smoke there, you could really see the. It looks like smoke, right? And the detail coming out of out of kits, or the SMC that you have is just really awesome.
Yeah, this is what I enjoy so much about lasering, because what I enjoy about lasering instead of creating digital art is it is a finished product. You finish the thing and you can't get back to it. You cannot go back to it and alter it. You have this thing and you have to work towards it. And once it's lasered, it's finished. And that pushes you, and that forces me to try out new things, give it my best. And what I really enjoy about the lasering is you make a thing that you can hold and that people appreciate. And digital art is cool. I love digital art. But to me, being able to actually grab a thing is what really drives me. And then also so I make these things in a combination of Illustrator, a bit of Photoshop, sometimes a bit of Affinity, then move towards the Laser Lab, the software in the Laser Lab, and the actual laser, which is from Trotec, if anyone knows that brand. And you have parameters to play around with in software. You have parameters to play around with in Illustrator. You can play around on the laser. You can control the materials. You have so many things you can play around with, which you can go so ridiculously deep in what you can do. And like figuring out the dithering on the smoke, for instance, that was so gratifying. So that's the thing that I really enjoy about it. Also, before I keep hammering on, because I can talk for ages about lasers. If anyone in the chat has questions or things about how to laser or technical stuff or whatever, I have Twitch running in the background, so just drop them in the chat, and I'm pretty sure the same thing will go for the rest of us as well.
Yeah, and I know you also wanted to get on this stream because you and Alexis are thinking about maybe doing a more in-depth laser stream, how to get involved, or how that process is. So
yeah,
this will not be the only time.
Exactly. The thing is, like Alexis lasers as well, and she's stupid good at it. And we like talking process, we like talking materials, and maybe like the thinking we're having at the moment, and interrupt me if you want, Alexis. What we're thinking is sharing like a convo of ours, doing it more like a fireside chat-like thing where people can ask questions and stuff, and we can talk about the process.
Yes, yes. That sounds so fun. Also, you make me blush.
Well, the thing is, to me, I approach this stream, like the one we're doing right now, like honestly, I don't know. People always get enthusiastic about the lasers, but I'm not sure what people are into. Like, do they want to know about the materials or how I did data or like the technical stuff? Like, so people asking questions in chat is very helpful to me and Alexis because it'll give us a sense of what people want to hear about. One thing I've prepped for today is just sending a shitload of examples from the past so you can see where I came from and how the process works. But I mean, if people want to hear different stuff, I'm more than willing to talk about those as well.
So one of my questions.
I don't own my laser setup myself.
Yeah, you have some fun questions.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I apologize for the bad words.
That's what I was gonna say, Aki. We made it to 10 minutes without swearing.
I apologize.
That was,
pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty
I
good, actually.
apologize. I get enthusiastic. I get enthusiastic. I'm slightly nervous so I apologize. Sorry.
Okay. So, and while some questions come up in the chat, I have a little bit of some questions that maybe you weren't prepared for, and because you were first, you might not be. You're at a disadvantage compared to everyone else, but What is your favorite or one of your standout pieces of art from the new sets? So from Update or Gateway. And I say this is a little bit of a quiz because I don't expect anybody to really remember all the names, right?
So the first one that comes to mind, I'm not sure if I'm going to call it my favorite because I don't know the entire set on top of my mind. But the first thing that comes to mind is Anoetic Void. Anoetic Void is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, just like those two big buff gods of the net.
Yes, exactly.
That is, yeah, that's a stunning piece by Steve Hamilton. So, and then huge shout out to Krembler here. Krembler, you did an amazing job as the art director on all these cards.
Agreed.
Oh, thanks, man.
What was Krembler,
so...
what was the art? What was the? You don't have to say it word for word, but what was kind of like the idea behind Anoetic Void? Was it what did you tell Steve to illustrate that?
So, I mean, you could kind of reduce it down to two giant gods of the net staring down on a little figure, coming out of a Red Sea, and he's done that. He's done that almost exactly to the letter.
Now, when you get some of these cards back, do you immediately understand how the meme potential is for some of these? Because almost immediately I saw Code Marvelous, of course Code Marvelous, and then a bunch of others start making memes out of these, or some of the cards, right?
I mean, some of them were absolutely intentionally memeable, like Public Trial and what was the other one? What's it called?
Oh, the running dudes. Is that
yeah. The ones that Bruno
awesome.
did.
Predictive Planogram is the other one.
They were I knew they were going to be memeable before they even went to Bruno. Also having Malcolm Tucker was that's personally that's my favorite art joke or favorite like pun in Gateway is because it goes like 4 ways. It's just fun.
Yeah, that was a really good one. And what's amazing about Spin Doctor is that you understand who the reference was, even though the character is it's not looking at the quote unquote camera, right? Like, but you can just tell from the art. Never mind once you start reading the flavor text there, which really solidifies it.
Yeah, I mean it's clearly Peter Capaldi, but
right.
If you've watched the thick of it, you know who this is.
Which has even permeated the culture bubble that is America. I think enough people kind of understood, like, oh, yeah, right, Peter Capaldi is that's the guy from Doctor Who, but before Doctor Who, he was known as. I don't think many people in America has watched the show, but we know
was it not the film as well?
Yeah, right.
Was it not the film as well? It was when Malcolm Tucker goes to the States.
So, Elwin, next pop quiz question here is that I don't want to be the one just gushing over alt arts here, but I want other people to do it on the stream as well. So, alt artists, or there are specific sets of alt arts that you enjoy or you have in your collection that you like.
Oof. Because I have a ridiculously big alt art collection. That is
we might need to come back to that answer.
that is a hard question to answer.
This is not favorite, but this is just like, who do you want to give a shout out to?
Sanjay. That is easy.
Sanjay, yeah, and Sanjay just finally, after much pushing and prodding, oh no, I have the wrong link. What? Oh, this is terrible. Okay, I'm going to have to fix Sanjay's link here. But after much pushing and prodding, we were able to get him to make an actual NPC store. And let me show those on stream, right? So I can't show them on the Near Earth Hub, but I can at least show them right over here. So Sanjay's art style is just fantastic, right? It's super fun, and he's been doing. I think he's been streaming this week, making a Funhouse alt and making a DJ Fenris alt, right?
Yep.
Yeah, those are great. And then as soon as the stream is over, I'm going to be fixing the link on this Sanjay's Love and Friendship pack. So people, if they want to pick up his cards, I think there it is DJ Fenris, Diversion of Funds, but mostly focusing on the fun. I think it's I think that's PE. I believe that's a Rebirth. Maybe it's not. No, it's District 99. Isla, and then Professional Contacts is in that pack, and then he has another pack with Anansi and some others.
I'm currently scrolling through the Artist Colony list on NEH, and another call out I would definitely like to make is, and it's a bit of a shame, but the art is so good, Crypto Graham's Stim Hack.
Oh, I saw that, and I was like, I love it so much. I'm so sad it's rotating.
Yes.
I love
Right.
that. I've got the playmat for it. It
Yeah.
is sick.
That's one of the ones that's like, yes, I need this art. Like, this one, I don't have this in my collection. I'm going to buy this in my next order. And it's not even going to be legal, and I don't care. Like, it's a really good piece of art.
And I mean, there's a lot more I want to point out, but most of the ones that I want to point out are by people who are in the stream at the moment. So
Like, how about you give it a little, point one out, and then we can, like, pass the baton over to them.
yes. Can I will just I saw two questions.
Yeah.
I saw two questions pop up. Do I own the laser setup? No, I do not. I laser at a local university of the arts, or a, how do I say this? A fab lab.
Yeah, like a Fab Lab. Yeah, Fab Lab is the right term. We're like a maker space.
Yeah, correct. And I mean, I could own my own setup. I've looked into it, but the thing is, the lasers that I have access to at these makerspaces that I just mentioned are so much more powerful, and they're just within biking distance of my home. So, and they're not affordable compared to actual affordable lasers.
So the quote unquote affordable one that I actually just picked up, that's in a truck somewhere. I think in Massachusetts right now, is a 40 watt laser, which is good for a home laser, but it's not going to go as fast or have as much of a cutting depth as probably the one that you have. And even if I did want to get a higher power one, I think the power of a laser comes from like the length of the CO2 tube, which means
It's a lot of factors with the tube, but yeah.
Because like bigger tube, bigger laser, right? But that means that just a bigger machine overall, which is, I only have so much room in this house.
It gets
you're not gonna need more than a 50, like yours is 50 watts or something.
40, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not
It's gonna be fun.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Alexis, you're also a laser. You're a I'm gonna say junior laser wizard just because Elwyn has
No.
wizard.
I've probably been doing laser cutting for like 9 years or something.
But the reason I said junior was because you've just started. And let me pull up my my folder here. Is that you?
I sent you some things on Slack too, by the way.
Yeah, but you've started to go into the ID world.
I know, I'm butting into this game here.
Yeah, but you have had so much more experience in doing other stuff, right? That you have your tokens, you have your if people follow you on Instagram, you're showing off all your keyboard cases that you've been doing, and then you've also done a bunch of alt arts that people could probably have seen before. Well, actually, let me pull some up on the camera, right?
And if you want to grab the box pictures that I sent you too, just because that's like the first kind of big Netrunner laser thing I made.
Where was that?
I sent those on Slack.
Okay, let me
Because
pull that up
Discord
on
sucks.
Slack. Where was it? I don't think I saw the. Oh, did you send it to me in a message or in the chat?
Yeah.
No wonder why.
Yeah, it's a DM on Slack.
You said Slack, and I just immediately was just like, okay, let me go to Discord. Just completely didn't.
How dare you confuse the wonders of the wonderful world of Slack with
Let me
Discord?
just move this over. So, your wonderful token boxes, are really, really awesome looking. Like, look at those. And that's
So
something...
these were like, oh god.
No, you.
So these were like the first kind of Netrunner focused laser thing I made, because I've done lasering for a long time. Because like I learned how to do laser cutting stuff in architecture school because laser cutters are really handy for making architecture stuff. So that's kind of where it started. Was just doing stuff for school, then realizing I could do more fun stuff. And this was like the first design that I like has, after several iterations, I'm like super duper happy with. So it's it was a lot of developing, and it's kind of it just kind of encapsulates my favorite parts about laser cutting in general, because I feel like being able to translate 2D cut objects into 3D things is just really, really fun. And it also helps that I work in a field where you make very large physical products, so it's nice to be able to kind of use that skill that I've developed in like a more fun way. So these were like the first really successful kind of 3D Netrunner design I came up with. I still have mine, and it's like all completely dinged up and sad because it's been dropped like 1,000 times. But yeah, those are one of my favorite things to make. I've actually was thinking about I really would like to be able to get them to more people, but like assembly wise, it's like what I would have to charge to assemble the thing, just because there's a lot of bits to glue, is just like unfeasible in a way. So I'm currently working on a way to get these to people where it's like an assemble yourself kind of kit, which I think people could handle that.
It doesn't look too complicated. It obviously.
It's like there's a lot of internal bits is the problem, and like the outer edge. Here, let me send you another file. Like that, the outside edge is called like a living hinge, or it's like a flat piece that bends. Could be a little fragile, but I sent you, or it's attempting to send it to you, another image on Slack that kind of shows that a little more, but I think people would be able to assemble that.
What I really like about these boxes is it doesn't hide the fact that it's a laser cut item, like an object, right? It accentuates it. You have you have the burnt edge, but that nice, clean MDF top.
Oh yeah, this material is amazing.
But then it's not. You're not hiding the fact that you have that living hinge on the side either. But you're highlighting it as part of the item. You're not hiding it or trying to.
Yeah, I feel like it's just such a like a lot of people make laser cut stuff and then try and make it look like it's not laser cut, but it's like that's part of the coolness, you know what I mean? So that you could tell that it's laser cut. And right. I love this material and how like the dark edge kind of like the way that the MDF burns is just really nice, and the way that it etches on top is also nice because it's just like a laminate on top of MDF. But yeah,
So besides your laser cutting world, you are also, let me see. Oh, yes, that's the picture you're talking about with the living edge.
Yeah, that took a while to figure out, but it's pretty nice. I'm happy with where it is. So, but yes, so.
But you have these awesome new lasered pieces.
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm butting my head into this game. I'm gonna overthrow the king. Just kidding.
I'm showing Nearth Hub on stream right now.
So yeah, this one I haven't shown anywhere. I'm planning on making a whole set of like because I always like to make like even in like the alt arts I would make. I love to make a little set, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like a whole little matchy set that you get.
So let me take out my set of virus friends here. So we got.
Oh yeah.
I have your old set of virus friends, right? So I have the Imp, Palangi, and Cash. So let me show those.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, those are great. But yeah, you have Building a Better World, and you have Near Earth Hub.
I know. I'm hoping that. I know Building a Better World has never been a super popularity, so hopefully if I make it a set, that will make people buy it. So.
Well,
So I'm planning on doing all the whatever the new core set name thing is. I don't know what it's called. Whatever that's called.
yeah,
Whatever the
you're gonna
corp
do
IDs.
You're gonna do the system update IDs. You're gonna have
Yeah. And they're gonna be all nice and matte black.
PE and what's the
AOT.
Yeah, correct tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, but you have other stuff in the pipeline or coming out of the pipeline, right? So you also had your art featured in a bunch of system update cards.
Yeah. It's the I like forgot that I had sent all of those, and then like I saw them come at like all the little ads that I made. And I was like, wait, like, look at that. Like, that's so cool. Like, it's so fun. I love doing, like, just in general, like, collaboration stuff. Because it's just, like, it's just really fun.
So Crimbler, if you're
So-
still on the Discord, how did that, where did that idea come from of having Alexis's style not just be featured on one card, which I'm showing off the pop-up window,
Man.
but also
So-
in the background of a bunch of other stuff?
So this came from like Alex. If you remember when we had like a Discord call almost a year ago now.
That was a long time ago, yeah.
It was ages ago. It was before COVID, and we were discussing world building and making. The idea was to build a bunch of assets that Nisei would be able to use from the internal team, in terms of just keeping a sense of sort of consistency across the world, across the art, and be able to make everything feel like it was all in the same place. And given your style of art and your vectored style, I thought that would make a really, really cool sort of interject into everyone else's stuff, especially given the fact that if your stuff, because it's really clean, it fits really nicely into screens on other people's stuff as well. So, like, we talked about that for like a couple hours, I think.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
And it was just, there was this whole discussion of we're going to have a whole bunch of ideas for fake shows, fake billboards,
Like,
all this
just
stuff.
random little bits to just kind of sprinkle through stuff.
Yeah, and we never got to the whole. I wanted to do an all my circuits kind of.
Oh, the all
analog.
my circuits thing! Okay, I'm gonna make an alt of it. How's that sound?
Wait, what?
That never happened.
I'm gonna make an alt of that. I don't know for what. There's got to be some Bioroid thing, right? That's it.
Oh, totally.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
Get Calculon on a.
Yes. Yeah, I completely forgot about the all my circuits thing. Yes, I'll find some Bioroid thing, and I'll
Yeah,
make one.
we were going to make a fake all my circuits style analog
Like robot
robot
soap
thing.
opera.
Yeah, and
that's
then have that
amazing.
appear on posters and things. But
Oh, okay. That's
some things
amazing.
fall by the wayside, you know.
Right, like because of
Yeah.
putting out like two
Just
huge
things.
products, being a world pandemic, that makes sense that some things kind of get forgotten about. But yeah,
But yeah, so
so
yeah, but Alexis
Alexis-
sent us all this stuff.
right,
and
Alexis Arc got
then-
on what prepaid voice pad. We got Aesop.
I'm sneaking in everywhere.
Pop-up window. Probably some others that I'm forgetting about.
Yeah.
But those are really awesome.
Yeah, I
You keep an
wanna
eye out.
make
Keep
some
an eye
more
out.
of
They're all
those.
over the place. In fact, the cheating way would be to search by artist, because Alexis does get just pop up on the credits for each of these as well. So
I'll definitely pull that up.
I know. I want to make.
But-
They're just so much fun to make because it's like I just love ads in general. Just like kind of stylized advertisements. I just like
Right.
love how they look. You know what I mean? So I just love making those. They're so fun.
they're interesting little self-contained things, you know. So it's.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it works really nicely across keeping a style for across two sets. So yeah,
Okay, Alexis, what was one of the arts that popped out to you on
Oh god, I haven't even looked at the whole set, but it looked so. Of the few things I've seen, I love the slug guy.
Leech?
Yes,
Yes,
the slug
Leech.
guy. I
Slug-
love
Slug
him. I want
McKenzie,
to. I
right.
want to. I love virus cards in general, and I just so badly want to draw him as like a fat little slug sitting there. You know what I mean?
So that was Kat Shen, Kaisra, who they have a stream tomorrow giving a little shout out. So they have a stream on. And they're actually in the chat right now. So what I think is really cool about not just little slugulon over here, but all of Cat's art had like 6 pieces, and they were all Anarch virtual cards, right? That is really cool. Let me pull up some of the Cat's alt arts while we're here, right? Because if people have not seen Cat Shen's art, let me pull that up on the camera. I got a nice Amakua here, and then I'll pull up a card that's about to rotate because I just love this Data Raven as well, which is really awesome. And you can find that on Cat's store, which is it Kaisra or Cat? There it is, Kaisra here. So in terms of alt artists, though, like what's the types of cards that you have in your collection, Alexis, that you're going to slot into decks when you can play physical Netrunner again?
You know, like the 2 sets that so there's like 2 sets in particular that are like some of my just absolute favorites that I don't ever like see around that much, and I don't really know why. It's the 2 if you scroll down just a little bit so we can see right there. So the ones right next to mine, the companions,
the mini plural, yeah,
those companions, and then above that, like the Amy Lane ones.
Amy's stuff is so.
It's just wild. It's so good. And I don't know why I just don't see them that often for some reason.
I remember Amy's set came out, I think the first time you could get them was at Worlds 2019.
Yeah,
right,
and they're just so good. Like, it's just exactly the kind of style that I'm into, you know what I mean? Like, really good, like, big contrasty colors kind of thing. Like, oh, it's so good.
I'm trying to find my, oh yes, there they are. So here's Rashida, and then here's that hippo. And I actually have
I love the Rashida and I love the Wu. I love all of them. And then it's just like exactly the kind of style that I'm into.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. And I think this is UK player Laneford's sister who does these. So I don't know if they're much of a Netrunner player themselves. But they did convince Amy to do this set. I think she does a lot of like Critical Role fan art and stuff too. I think
nice.
She has an Instagram account. Definitely go follow Amy Lane on Instagram. But then mini plural.
The companions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, I just love the colors. Like, I just love bright, colorful stuff in general, and like
watercolor,
big contrasty stuff. Yeah, it's like there aren't a lot of like watercolory kind of stuff out there, unless I'm completely oblivious. But
and that's what's really
they just
cool,
really stand out to me.
They're
and
actually
I like all
it's
of them.
like physical art that unless they're using a bunch of really fancy brushes in
which is like
program.
Yeah, which is like
fine,
totally.
I'm pretty sure they're not. I think these are actually physical cards, and this is Plural. I don't remember their real name on Slack and social media, but Plural's daughter did these.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that was another one. Families playing Netrunner. Oh, look,
yeah.
Plural's in chat. These are watercolor paintings with design overlays. Awesome. And I can't show them on camera because they are in a box being sent to my house via NPC. So this set is actually one of the ones that I just ordered. Because
I just love these because it's like I like when kind of people give cards kind of like their own, like they make their own personality kind of for them, and they just have like so much personality, and I love the colors.
I'm going to swap over, and I've been asking a lot of questions. Other people that are in this Discord with me. Other people want to pop in and contribute to the conversation, please do so. But I want to. Go ahead.
And real quick too. If you go to the images I sent you some tokens.
Yes, you.
I would like to somehow give those away.
Somehow
But I
give
don't
this
know
away.
if you can make the raffle thing on here. Or...
Is a mod on the Project Nisei account right now? Does a mod have the ability to do a raffle?
If not, I can
If not-
just do it somewhere else and post the link somewhere.
If not, yeah, we'll figure something out.
Because I have a set of six Bad Pub and six tags that I would like to find a home for.
At the very least, if we don't do it here, how about this? We can figure out a way to do a raffle setup on you and Elwyn's stream.
Oh yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
then,
you have to show. You see, now I got to show for. So it's like you want to.
yeah, if you want
some of
if you want
these, you gotta come to the
tokens-
next one.
Exactly. That's
Good thinking.
right. So the 69 people that are on the chat right now, if you want a set of these tokens, which are I love these tokens, and I have a set of them myself. Across the table, there's 3 Bad Pub, right? Like
There's no fooling because it's like I love the
it's a
OG
big like
FFG
tag.
one.
You are tagged. That is it. There's no
Yeah.
ifs, ands, or buts. What
It's
is
like
that
there's
symbol?
no.
Is that
You
the
know exactly what you're getting.
Is that that's those tokens? The FFG tokens are probably my least favorite ones in terms of the tag and Bad Pub because I always use
yeah,
the
they're
wrong
just so
side.
like
But
yeah,
these you
like-
can just tell.
yeah, there's no confusion there.
Zombie in the chat says they love the Rizeki mat.
Oh, can you tell
yes.
what's on the background of this photo?
Oh, it's also.
Wait, I'm just gonna break in for a second because we're talking giveaways and raffles and stuff. I took pictures of all the IDs I made today. So we went through the entire archive to see if there's any doubles in there, and there are a few doubles in there. I will, at Alexis and I's stream, I will raffle off the doubles in there. Not entirely sure what's in there, but I'm sure of one thing. I will raffle at least 2 Golden Freedoms. You should have an image of Golden Freedom.
Oh my goodness, yes. So Golden Freedom, if people were not aware, I'm just gonna drag the Discord over here. So that card, I was so sad to give that card away. I owned one myself, so I'm gonna have to get in on that
I
giveaway.
love him.
So that was one that I gave away at the PAX Unplugged tournament last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, I am quite satisfied with that design.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. So what I would like to do is less of a Netrunner alt artist and more of just a Netrunner artist. Liga, I want to talk to you about your stuff because you have a bunch of cards in. You're a well-known Netrunner artist. You have a bunch of cards you have 3 or 4 cards in the upcoming set.
3.
And just one of my favorite Netrunner artists in general that I'm happy to call you a friend or an acquaintance now. I have all your pictures up on stream right now that you sent me for the card Unity. So I think these are all progress shots for that card, right?
Yep. I figured I'd talk about Unity because, basically when I read the description, I had to go make myself a fresh pot of coffee and figure out what the heck I'm going to do with it.
Is that any different than all of the art you do, though?
Sometimes I start halfway through the coffee pot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For the less critical cases of complicated descriptions. This one, didn't expect that. Definitely had to bust out some additional tools. You'll notice some of the SketchUp stuff in the background. And had to finally figure out how to make cogwheels in SketchUp, so that was fun.
So, Krembo, do you remember what the description for Unity was? Or what was the prompt for that?
I was. What was the prompt for that? It was not tesseracts. What's the word for them? The hypercubes. Yeah.
Okay.
Big,
You want me
big
to read it
hyper
out?
keeps coming out.
I have it handy, actually.
Oh, cool.
That'd be awesome if you could.
Okay, so cyberspace here forms an into intricate concentric rings surrounding a single construct in a way that evokes a complicated clockwork puzzle in the style of an ancient Chinese master blacksmith out of time. There are Chinese building up a hypercube made of cubes in the middle of the piece. The color scheme here is a black fading into dark red background with yellow and blue detail. The ring should, if possible, have shiny Chinese dragon details on them. I never tried saying that one out loud.
And it's just what a beautiful piece that is, right? So let's pull up this is the final piece right here that I'm showing on. Here's the piece of artwork that's not in frame. That is gorgeous, right? But you sent me some.
Dang.
What was that?
Hot dang.
Yeah, that is really awesome. And again, shout out to Duncan on your drive to have a single artist do the virtual cards for each faction. Well, at least I know for the Shaper and Anarch did, right? So Cat did.
Yeah, Phil did.
Okay. I haven't been paying like the most attention to the Crim cards because Cat's a friend of mine and I'm a Shaper player at heart. So I didn't know for sure if you did the same thing with Criminal. I assume you did, but
Yeah.
But
Yeah, all hyperspace, all net space art is by the same artist in faction for Gateway.
yeah. And then Ed on stream says much more detailed than I expected. Yeah, there's only so much detail you can really see when it's in that card frame. But once you get it on this, like seeing it fully, and I can even zoom in a bit so we can see some of the details. Like that is, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So the gears have like almost scale, like they're scales to them.
Yep, that's the dragon. So this was done. The base had to be done in SketchUp because there was absolutely no way I was going to figure out the perspective on any of that manually. Just no way.
You sent me a file called The Secret Angle.
Yes.
Right.
You will notice that everything about that picture looks fairly cohesive, like all the parts are closely together. Well, that's what they actually look like. So, to be perfectly honest, I didn't even do the perspective in the 3D.
So that's the secret angle, but then when you actually
that's the
see
whole
it in
thing actually
SketchUp,
viewed from the side.
And it just works.
The very large, like the flat
it's so
thing on
worth
the
it.
left is the biggest circle there. You can see in this angle that it actually does cut off. Although I painted it like a negative space to like make it look like it just goes on forever and ever.
Oh, and I like that you have this gray outline of where you think the card frame will be, so you can really focus.
Yeah,
on that.
that's very important because Netrunner. That's a Netrunner thing. It always has been that templates tend to be like they're not even in all sides. They're overhanging elements, and I learned really early on that it really helps to just compose the whole picture with those things in mind and just have them prominent somewhere in a layer at all times.
So, question from chat: Ligo, do you paint over this, or do you add filters to each piece?
It's all manual from this point on. Like I
You got that.
exported each main element separately, so I would have like a nicely defined layer for the base fill and stuff. So I'm not going too much over the edges at start because you see that they're slightly different colors, so I can actually tell what I'm doing. And then after that, it's just manual because I did consider doing something more like faster, like doing a little bit of base shading in Photoshop at first, or at least have some kind of like adjust the colors on the line work real fast. But that doesn't look alive. And there are so many tiny little lines here that I wanted it to have like a little bit of asymmetric feel to it. Like it's not just. It represents cyberspace, but I still wanted it to look like a bit more not so mechanical, I suppose.
I think
And just have a little bit of human touch to the lines.
that human touch of the lines really makes it feel like the organicness of a piece of metal being heated up, right? So it almost feels like it's parts of it is on fire and parts are like super cold. At least that's my interpretation of it.
Yeah, it also helps with giving like everything a sense of movement because when things move, we don't perceive all parts of them with the same kind of exactness just because of how we have to focus on something, just how the brain works. So if you have just a little bit of like this wobbliness and slight unevenness about like shading details and stuff, then it feels like things are actually moving, which with cogwheels, ideally they would feel like they're moving.
Okay, as the person that's in charge of getting some of the Patreon rewards set up, especially the backgrounds, I'm gonna have to make sure that this is gonna be a background wallpaper in the future for our patrons, because this is, now that I'm seeing like the really up close details, that is so cool. And then you did a couple other cards, right? So if we go over to System Gateway, you also did not Pantograph. Conduit, right? One of people's favorite cards in the set, from a mechanical point of view, at least. That's a really cool looking card as well. And then what's the name of the third card? It's not on Netrunner DB.
Echelon.
Echelon, yeah. Those are really, and then previous sets, right? So you did Tier, which was, I actually have one of your tiers in my binder right here. I can pull that up. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Those are really awesome. So in terms of, I don't know how much you've been following, because I know you're not the biggest Netrunner player, and I don't know how much you've been following it. Have you seen some of the other art from the set? Anything that stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically in the Slack and everything just for the pictures. I've played the game a little bit, but I am definitely not much of a Netrunner player, but I just love all the art. It's so cool, and people keep coming up with new stuff, and I feel like the overall, like the artistry, I guess you'd say, is just getting better and better as people keep working on it and putting a lot of effort into these cards, and it's just so cool.
What I really think is cool is Duncan's on Crumpler's on the call, but then like all the rest of the internal Nisei art team, you can tell like they were skilled when they started, but the progression of like from back when Downfall came out all the way through the stuff in Uprising and then System Update and System Gateway, it's just like showing this really cool progression of people just getting better and better.
Yeah, it's well. I mean, one of the stated objectives at the start of the year last year for me was to create a space where people could learn to increase their skill as well as producing at the same time. In fact, I've got a repository of just useful free internet tools for doing art that I'll put in the chat, I guess, just because it's just handy. Dead useful.
Liga, we got a question from chat from Kaisra who says, Liga, what's the chance we can teach you how to play?
I'm gonna need a time machine first. Because I have no free time ever.
Free time.
It's been a problem. It's a major problem. Okay. It's been a significant problem. Because, as some people know, I've been doing stuff for Magic the Gathering, and they have a very different tempo to what I was used to with Netrunner. Because with Netrunner, with FFG style, it's like you would have like this art wave, you would have a cycle, and there was just a big giant clump of pieces. You would you would claim how many pieces you want to do, and then you get assigned your prompts, give or take the amount you were asking for, and then you just have a fairly long break between those cycles. Magic, the new cycle sometimes will come in before I'm done with the previous one. So.
Yeah, the cycles are a lot faster in Magic. That makes
significantly
sense. So it keeps you busy.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good as a full-time artist. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely not complaining about I'd prefer having a little bit too much work than not having enough work,
So shouting
but,
out,
yeah.
So shouting
Just
out
like
your
the-
stuff, you obviously for Netrunner, you have on Nearth up here. I have links to your U.S. and EU stores for playmats, and more. Right? It's not just Inked Gaming has all your playmats, as well as I own one of your pup masks, and I think they sell some other things like puzzles, and I don't know what else they sell, but playmats is the main thing.
Yeah, they've been expanding into puzzles. They mentioned that they're also adding puzzles in like a different size at some point, because they just recently started working with some kind of company and something. I don't know the exact specifics, but they just kind of try to expand what they offer. I have been somewhat, let's say, picky about what kind of products I put my Netrunner stuff on, because there were some agreements with FFG. Because the art is done on commission for them. I do have like a blanket permission for prints and playmats, and they are definitely not making masks with them. So, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's why there have been a few like requests in the past that have not been honored, because, well, yeah, I don't really want to pester my old art directors about it, but there were some things covered in the agreements that are just like, But yeah, the playmats are absolutely a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the whole, about the art quality, that was a thing with the original game as well. So at first, everybody was just kind of like touch and go, even like with like the art direction and the templating and the descriptions and the communication, and it just everybody just grows together with these kind of things, and wouldn't you say so? It's exactly the same thing, and it's just going to get better and better. I think it's so cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Liga. And definitely stick around, because I think we're going to be jumping into... we're going to be doing some fun Jackbox stuff in a bit. And I forgot to do shout-outs for Alexis for your stuff, right? So you have a store on Make Playing Cards, as well as you have your fun virus friend, Matt, on Inked Gaming.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, they're just
How
chilling.
could you forget about? They're so
I
cute.
know. 'Cause I'm staring at it right now on my desk.
I have this playmat is my mouse pad for my gaming PC upstairs.
Nice.
But now it's going to need to expand, or maybe a virus playmat 2.0, because there's 5 or 6 viruses in Gateway. So
Oh yeah, that's a good point. There's so many.
There's probably enough for another one of these collages. Ollie, you did a ton of art for Gateway, and then you're also a prolific alt artist yourself who has a Patreon, and you're just in general a very good person, and I want to talk to you about your art.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. And yeah, I am ready to talk about art.
Okay, so you sent me some cool tarot cards.
Yeah, it's a scoop.
Okay, so no one's seen these yet.
Well, my patrons have seen those,
Okay,
but no one.
So that's how you have your patron set up, right? At a certain tier, you will be creating alt arts for them.
Pretty much. So I have kind of 2 primary art output tiers. One for people who care about Netrunner, and one for people who don't care about Netrunner. And the Netrunner one is kind of like, I will put out a card monthly, and then once I've made a pack of usually like 5-6 cards, I just send them the cards for free in the post.
Well, that's what a great way to do alt arts and do a Patreon, because I'm a avid alt art collector. And then I like collecting. What do we have? So we have Adam, Apex.
Yep.
We have Geist. So rest in peace. Geist is going away, but the art is awesome.
I mean,
Kit
it is
and
the
Max.
yeah, and I'm currently working on the last one, which is Quetzal as Death the card.
So these are all
I actually
tarot
Yeah.
tarot themed and tarot sized.
Yes, and they're also like the numbers hint at which card they're supposed to be. So as you can see, Max is pretty clearly meant to be Hanged Man, or rather Hanged Woman in this case.
Okay, I really like this Max one.
Thank you. I find that the Patreon format really motivates me to keep pushing out alt arts, because otherwise you just kind of sit around and wait for inspiration. But otherwise you just kind of pick a topic and go in because your patrons are expecting quality art from you.
But you don't just have these, right? So on your Make Playing Cards store, you also have some fun, and let me put them up right now. Some nice Goose Game themed alt arts. Oh no!
Oh god, yeah.
Oh no, there it is. So there's my, and then you have this awesome Expanse set as well. Right?
Yes, that was the first set I did for Patreon. If I remember correctly, yes, I think it was the first.
Yeah, so the Goose ones are great just because of how, like, they're just fun, right? Like, I don't think there's going to be a time where I put hedge funds in my deck that aren't going to be geese. But then, also as an Expanse fan, like, what is it? Bass, Armed Intimidation, Consulting Visit, Rashida, Cerebral Overrider, and then I think you have Alice Merchant, but then, oh yeah, so you have Naomi, Nagata, and then AKA Alice Merchant.
Yes. I managed to sneak in one completely random card which no one expected, which was the Cerebral Overwriter. Because that's kind of my strategy. Put in a few popular cards, and then something really weird.
Well, we've seen that there's like... Yeah, there is a new Junebug in System Gateway, but in terms of like classic trap cards, there isn't a lot anymore. So it kind of... Maybe Cerebral Overrider is going to be a little bit more popular than we think.
Well, to be honest, sometimes I will make a card thinking that it will go to something popular, and then it rotates, and then I have to panic edit it.
Listen, like our friend Pat, who's not here, Patrick Burke. I think he got known for making alt arts that were really, really good, and then immediately got banned. Temujin Contract. I don't even remember what they were. Moon. Yep. I think there was at least one or two more. He made an IPO alt art, and then he became art director at Nisei for a bit, and then immediately they told him to make a new IPO art for one of the prize sets. Like, poor Pat had a bunch of like cards that were immediately like not used anymore.
Oh yeah, Temujin.
Yeah, Temujin. That was probably the biggest one, right? Because that makes sense. You want to make alt arts that people want to use, especially if there's a pack that's out of print. Right?
And there's always the risk that because people want them so bad, they're also really popular, and therefore they're gonna get rotated because they're overpowered.
Yeah. But I want to now show off. You don't just have a bunch of cool alt arts, which I do want to talk about some more. But you also, let me pull up System Gateway here. You also have, okay, at least Malapert was on Netrunner DB. I don't think your others are, but you did you are the cyberspace artist for Wayland.
I guess I am. I am the father of Wayland now.
And your art is definitely different than some of the other cyberspace pieces, but man, these are really cool. So obviously, Malapert Data Vault is going to be, I think, a strong, well played card. And this is your favorite art from the set of the ones you did, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It is, and strangely enough, I thought it was also going to be the player's favorite, but so far the best feedback I've gotten was for Ballista. People just love Ballista.
It's just really clean. It's just really clean. It kind of reminds... It's a little synth wavy, 90s kids like it type of deal, I think. And you put that art on your Redbubble store, right? So people want.
I did. I put both Malapert and Ballista. Yes, and I'm also probably going to add Arkhead at some point because people love Arkhead.
So if anyone wants that's you put crenulation as the name of the art, which is the playtest
Well,
name.
but in the description it says it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, fun fact: Crenulation was the original name of the card in the brief.
You should see some of the names that the playtesters play around with. Like,
You should see some of the art that playtesters play around with. It's tremendous.
But yeah, I think that Duncan really pushed me with the set to lean on my influences, and that's why my cards are quite different to the other styles. I'm
Yeah.
heavily influenced by, well, by my heritage, I suppose. I grew up in Russia, so I keep getting drawn to things that originated from Russian art.
okay.
Except Malapert, which is a huge nod to the game Control. And that card would not have been possible without Vega, hands down. Because I was struggling so much with this one. And then Liga was just like, hey, why don't you try SketchUp? And I did, and I'm terrible at it, but it was just enough that I had a skeleton for this.
Oh, okay. I can see how you have an idea in your head, but you don't know how all these boxes and how all this weird structure comes together.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, my strength is in sort of taking one object and really working with it. But yeah, because the brief asked for like complicated textures and lots of kind of wool-like and what's the word I'm looking for? And like column-like objects. Getting them correctly sort of organized and structured was a real challenge for me. Like, originally I sent Duncan a sketch I did with just like ruler and markers, and the perspective was a mess.
Well, we went back and forth on this one a fair bit. I think we got somewhere really cool. So
Yeah, I think this one was the most, I don't want to say tortured, but it was the most difficult one for me to get right.
I am not Mitchell Royce, okay?
Well, I think that's really cool though, that the one that you feel was the most tortured to get right is also your favorite. A lot of the time,
Yeah.
I know when I'm working on a piece, if it's just like I've been staring at it so long, I just like want to throw it away because I see all the faults, but it really speaks to the piece when you can get past that and say, no, this is my favorite piece. I've worked on this so long, and it is so cool.
Yeah, I think once I got the color scheme down, that's when I knew. That's when I knew there was something special. And I think I had a big challenge with it because pretty much every other art I've made for Nisei so far originated as a piece that I've done by hand at first. But this one was purely digital. So, I think that's fine.
It's always cool to go into a new space. Yeah.
Same questions I've asked everyone else. What's a piece of art in System Update or System Gateway that spoke to you, that you like?
Well, I can't really name a specific one, but I've loved everything Caption has done so far.
Okay, so it was really cool seeing. I think Code Marvelous did the stream that had all of Cat's pieces. Oops, I pulled up Carnivore, which is one of not Cat's pieces, but Botulus, which is awesome looking. Fermenter, Leech, obviously, a second shout out for Leech, as well as Cookbook, and I think the two Anarch programs as well. Really awesome.
Kat just has such an incredible skill set that she brings to it. Sorry, they bring to it. I just love.
Strong agree there. What? And then shout outs for someone in the Altar community. Who do you want to bring attention to?
Well, I had to panically through my folder when you were quizzing the others just to make sure I had something to say. And sort of going through it, I think some of my favorite cards have all been done by Drop Bear. He sent me a few as a gift. And he also did a Goosehold, which I love. And his diversion of funds is really, really good. And funny. I love that they all have a bit of sense of humor.
What I like about Drop Bear's pack is they're very affordable, and he set them up in a way that it's not a full set of cards, but his Keygen Giga pack has 30 or something a play set of 30 or something some odd cards that are all very that are all standard playable and really good cards to play, but then also are in some of the later packs that makes it hard for new players to get. So I think a lot of them are in like the Katara and Rain and Reverie, which makes it it's a really good value. For $40 you get 108 cards in this Giga pack here, and they're all really cool looking.
And also a bit of a niche one. It's a person whose username I don't know how to pronounce, but it's the guy who did all these MS Paint packs of cards.
I don't know if I have them on the list, actually.
Well, I don't know that he's actually added any of his stuff to the NEH.
Oh, okay.
But if someone knows how to pronounce his username, please let me know, because I have no idea.
Oh, is it Phil?
Common problem.
Is it Zeroth Maxima?
No.
Because I have some MS Paint stuff from him.
No, that's not. Well, that stuff's not on NPC.
Do you mean James?
Yes, James.
Fern?
Ilkthor I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Post his name in the chat.
I can't. I'm gonna have to find it first.
Okay, find it later, because we gotta give them a shout out. Awesome.
Yeah, but yes, that guy.
Akira, Netscape Navigator.
Hi.
You've been busy. You're streaming now. You used to be the online event coordinator at Nisei. You did art. Now you're commissioning art for organized play, right?
Yeah.
What do you want to go over? Because I have a couple things for you. You have. Should we start with the newly announced thing? So the stuff you've been commissioning out. You sent me a very memey but very fun Peace in Our Time piece, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about that. So this is Store Champ prize?
Yes, top 16 or 32, depending how many kits the TO uses.
And it's clearly one that has been. I don't have the art up right now, but it's a reference to an Office meme, right?
Yeah, I've never seen The Office, but I know where that meme comes from, and I think it took about 5 minutes before somebody made a meme of this art on Reddit.
And then I also have the other picture I have here of it is the art brief, right?
Yeah.
So a hacker, Max, and a high-ranking corp executive, Brian Stinson, exchange an awkward handshake. Think of the awkward handshake from The Office. See reference 1. Stinson seems to be more into the handshake than Max. She should look somewhat bored and annoyed. A peace is achieved for now. Both parties know it will be short-lasted, as they will betrayed as they will betrayed the trust of at their earliest convenience. Max should be in the same outfit as the card Day Job, a throwback to that card. See reference 2. The characters should be somewhat facing the camera as if it was a press photo. Environment, the office where Max works. Characters, 2 focal characters, and a feeling is an uneasy truce. Is this usually how art briefs are set up? I'm just completely unfamiliar with that process.
Oh, that's it's mostly how mine are set up, but I think Duncan tends to go into more detail than me if he's still in the call.
What do you
Sorry,
think?
struggling with mute there.
Okay.
No, well, I mean, yeah, this is about the sort of average length I would tend to go to with most things. I would tend to break it down a little, and
Also, for this one, there's only so many words where you can say "do the Office meme," but with these characters.
very true, very true.
It's not like the Liga art brief where you're talking about specific colors or styles. I guess if you're saying put 2 people in an office environment with cubicles, you kind of know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. But then you also did one piece of art for update, right?
For update, I did 4 or 5, and I did one for Gateway.
So but you shared with me the pictures for Snare, which when I saw the picture, when I saw the art of Snare, I was like, "Oh, I own that artwork already." So, and that was an alt art so the first alt art that has been promoted to official.
I guess, yeah, that's an interesting way of saying it. So I originally did this for a regional I was running on my birthday, and thought it'd be fun to do a card in Japanese because the name I chose is Japanese origin, and Snare because it's Snare.
It's a good card. It's a fun card to have, and it's one that even if it's in Japanese, everyone kind of knows what it does.
Yeah, I think the exclamation mark and the 4 in the text box give away what it is.
Yeah. Yep. I think even the art itself, it looks enough like the Fantasy Flight one, just from like the lines, but it's its own thing. But then you sent me this morning what it originally started. It started as a sea anemone?
Yes.
That is really fascinating.
So I think, this is the base picture I took of it.
And then you manipulated it through Deep Dream.
Using Deep Dream and some filters and a bit of just general paint over. So that is it dreamed with a lightning storm, which served as the middle layer in the
and then
final piece.
And there's one funky one that has the lightning, but then also fish. What?
Oh, so that's done with a different Deep Dream technique, which I think is just called Deep Dream instead of thin style, which we usually use.
It's looking for a face in the art.
Yeah, so this thing creates really weird eyes and creatures everywhere, and the bit of this which I think got used in the final one is if you look at the final piece and look in the jaws of the snare, you should see a pair of eyes in the negative space very faintly.
Oh, yep. So there's a couple different layers in there, right? So,
yeah.
And then you took that main one, but then you also did a really funky digital. I don't know if digital's the right word, but definitely different than the light.
I think most of the layers I sent you are in there in some transparency or other.
Oh, okay. So
I think that's just very faintly on top of them all to can't remember what that looks like. I flipped the colors and dreamed it with itself to bring the lines back out.
Mm-hmm. And then eventually you get the final version.
That's dreamed with fire.
Yeah, which is really fascinating in terms of like bringing it back to that Jinteki red color.
Yeah. Then there's one where it was dreamed with a spider web, which then got dreamed back with a lightning, which is how we get this. If you go to the final piece again, is how there's that weird lightning crackle around it. That's that's web with lightning trained through it.
That is very awesome. And then if we go,
but yeah, this is also the art that's on the update snare, because then art director Pat Blue HG, is that what he goes by on Slack?
Blue HG,
yeah,
Blue Mercury.
Yeah.
Yep.
He really liked it, and we discussed me donating the piece for the net new core set, and that was back in late 2019.
Oh, you did Chrysium. I love that piece.
Yes, so Chrysium was done with a new tool that we started using called Artbreeder rather than Deep Dream. And Artbreeder is such a fantastic tool to play around with. You basically breed art, for lack of a better word. So you get parent images, and then it generates something using them, and you can say which you want it to look more like and not. And then you can just mess around with the genes, so you can go, oh, I want more. I don't know, all the genes are called weird things, like I want more telephone in it, and it'll just vastly change what it is.
That is really cool. Are you going to be continuing doing art for Nisei, or are you going to be more focused on the art direction side for prize support?
I'd like to do both, but my main role at the moment is prize coordinator. So yeah, it's time that is something I'll never have enough of.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Favorite piece? Not favorite piece. What piece of art from the upcoming sets really wowed you? Either gateway or update.
Most of what David Lee, if not everything that he's done, is fantastic, and the amount of detail in those cards is bananas, to be honest. I think my favorite one on a card is probably Send a Message, but that won't be on Netrunner DB, as it was only formally spoiled today. Well,
let's just pull up the Regolith. What's the other ones that are on here? Off-World Office. Send a Message. Yeah. Oh, right. So, Crumbler, one of the things with David's art is a lot, if not all of them, are pairs, right?
Yeah, they're all pairs. Basically, David's rates for a single piece were a little bit more than we could reasonably afford, but he was happy to do larger pieces that could be broken down. So we just had to get a little bit creative with the briefs and have several different points of focus. And yeah, he's really, really good to work with. Like, he's just he would generally one of these double pieces would take him about a week, and he's a machine. He's absolutely a machine. He gets the brief on day one. Day two, he's got 3 sketches, which are, honestly, you could colour them in. They'd be production quality.
Yep.
You pick one. Day 3, he's knocked up a 3D model of it. Day 4, he gives you 3 different angles on that 3D model. Day 4, he's got color in it. Day 5, it's near finished, and Day 6, it's done. It's astonishing just how fast he's able to do this. His workflow is amazing.
So I counted 15 pieces on NetRunnerDB. Send a message is 16. So that's 8 pieces of artwork. So that's you basically employed them for 2 months straight. So that's pretty cool. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of pieces.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
brand new to Netrunner, right? Like if you look at it, there's 14 on NetRunnerDB System Gateway, and then 1 sneaky system update daily business show, which snuck in there because it was a promo. It was a promo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's just the sheer speed he was able to go at meant that he got a lot of the meat space art, because I wanted to find different people to do, obviously, the different factions in NetSpace, but in terms of meat space, between David and Ben, they've done something in the region of 85% of the meat space art for Gateway. Both of them absolute machines.
Also, like, internally we become attached to some of the characters in the WIP.
You're not going to go to Stonelord, are you?
Yes.
This takes a little bit of explanation.
Yeah, so if you go to the seamless launch art.
Okay, duplicate tab, go back, because we're going to go back to David, because I was bringing up Ben's stuff. So we're going to go to... let's go to seamless launch. Sorry, let me go back to advanced search. Go back to David. It's David's piece, right?
Yeah. So the background of these is that the 3D mock-ups he gives us he's got human beings in them. They're naked. And
like Ken doll naked, but
yeah, but like, amusingly so. But yeah, one of them went around Nisei for a while being called Stonelord for, when you see it, obvious reasons.
So one of the working play, the guy with his arms crossed was Ken doll naked in the first working play, and Austin just cropped it of just him, calling it Stonelord, and it just went around the internal Slack for a while.
Because you knew you were going to crop the image anyways for a different card, so hey, we could have this card called Stonelord. Okay, that's
totally.
I think that was before I joined Nisei, or maybe I just completely ignored it, but that is very funny.
We're somewhat puerile.
Yeah. And then Akira, what? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of Ben, I'm gonna just fact check something before I. Ben did telework contract, right? I haven't misremembered that.
Yeah, that was the first one you commissioned.
Yes. So Ben was the first artist I worked with when doing commissions, and I did the brief for a gateway card to sort of get to know one of the artists and the process, which was telework contract, which is on Nisei.net as it was spoiled yesterday.
I was mentioning in Slack yesterday that I want to work from home operating a giant RoboCrab. Like,
I love the lunacy of this art. It's great.
So I think the brief for this, I'm like, I don't remember it, but I could just open it up. It's on my computer. It was basically talking about mining on the moon, as we have it here, with I'm trying to find the things so I can actually.
I think it was Walker Bots inspired by Ghost in the Shell slightly.
Yeah. So this one was much more in depth than the. Well, I say much more in depth, but The art should show several remote control crawler mining robots undertaking an excavation task on the unsheltered lunar surface. The pilots, they are piloted remotely by standard temporary contract workers. Projection of the pilots should be seen coming out of the robots. If possible, one of them should be piloted by C character 1, which I don't think happened, or if it did, you can't really see it, unfortunately. But yeah, the reference for the robots were the spider tanks from Ghost in the Shell, but set up for mining rather than combat. And when Ben sent the first sketch back, which was pretty much this, but in black and white, it was like the first brief I'd come back. I'd written that I'd come back, so it was a really cool feeling to see something that I'd envisioned be realised. But yeah, it's just perfect for what the brief is.
While we're on this card, though, I'd just like to, if you could bring up Regolith contract.
That was in today's article, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the top one.
Yes. Oh, I did not. This is one of the cards that escaped me from the from.
And you might notice a connection.
Being in Nisei Slack, right? I did not see this before, and it kind of wowed me, the colors of it.
So you might notice that on the display, the holo display, if you have a quick look close.
Let's see if I can. I usually don't use Firefox, and now I'm realizing why. If we enhance, we can see that there's little crab robots on the table.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's the command and control. This has been, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I think, the last bit Ben put teeth back in and try again. The last bit, one that Ben did for us. So,
what I really like about Telework Contract is there has to be some reason why there's projected users there. It's like how studies have shown that it's better for people to be on a video call than just be on an audio call, right? So there's certain corporations that require videos to be on. Is it something where the projection of a user makes it more? Is it more efficient? Can the people that are operating the crab robots see the other projections? Like, why is that happening?
It's one of these hilarious sci-fi tropes that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Ben asked me that question, and I think my reply was to show that they're piloted and not just AI driven. But yeah, it's just a sci-fi trope of hologram projections on things that don't need to be there.
No, not at all. But I think it makes sense from it being. I think if this art didn't have the projections, it wouldn't be it wouldn't look like a shape like a runner card. Be like, why are these robots a runner card? Runners don't have these giant machinery. But as soon as you put the little projections on it, telework. That makes sense. So, Aki, what is your who do you want to give a shout out to in terms of the alt art community?
Oh, do I have to pick like one specific person? Because I'd give a shout out to everyone.
Yeah, they're all great.
Everything's amazing. Drop Bear already got a shout out, but like the stuff he does is great, and he sends me a lot of stuff, including a Trans Rights Rebirth, which is obviously very dear to me now.
I didn't know that was a. I don't think I.
Yeah, it's not on his story. I think he made them just to give out to people.
That's great.
I'm really happy Sanjay's stuff is finally up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you showed Anansi earlier, which the fact the Anansi is like rearranging 5 cards with its back hands, legs, whatever, is just fantastic.
It's just the little things that Sanjay puts in his art is really good. Like the new one he just made the other day is for Funhouse, which is a bunch of runners bouncing in a bouncy house. But Jesminder is sitting off to the side, not allowed to have any fun because of a certain way that Funhouse is worded makes Jesminder very sad. And him putting that, and he just got this out in like a day or two, and it's great.
Yep. And the fact that Steve and Lou are holding hands, continuing the
lore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The daily cast lore. One thing I want to shout out, I'm gonna take a couple minute break in a second to go use the restroom, but that'll just make I'm gonna do that mostly so that everyone else on this call can start bantering. But I want to give my shout outs, right? So a friend of ours that is not on the call, but maybe will join later, Justin, has an awesome array of alt arts. He also likes to do sets of things, and the styles are so different between each of them, and they're just fantastic. So he has a pirate pack, he has some floral ice, obviously the conspiracy breakers. I love his as seen on TV neutral agendas.
I really like his black ice. I have a set of them, and a set that's been in my prize support since before COVID, but I haven't been able to give away because they're just so clean.
And it's it's $20 for 36 cards. So that's what, 4 play sets. So that allows you to get a play set and then run a tournament and have enough prize support for a good amount of people.
Yeah.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's 4 play sets.
9 cards times 4 is 30. Yes.
Yeah.
Math. And then Phil asked for a shout out on stream, so I'm just gonna give him a shout out. So Phil has some cool alt arts. So he has Clone Chip. I don't know why that's a thing. That's a rotated card, but he also has he's used the same art.
Simul Chip.
Yeah, Simul Chip, Project Atlas, and a not legal for tournament play dice wall, but it's ice wall, and it's great.
The dice wall would be fine in game night kit events.
Right.
I gave some dice walls out at a Christmas event we ran, and everyone found it very funny.
And then you have your own Netscape Navigator / Akira, your own make playing card store with some awesome ONR style alt arts. So the original version of Snare I have up on the camera is in that original Netrunner style, and all your alt arts come from that.
Yeah, so the Snare, because it was for an event, isn't for sale, and there's a few others that
I'm showing off your piece in our time alt as well, which I don't think is available. But there is one.
Oh no, the piece is in Series 3.
Oh, good.
And the piece is sort of an in-joke in the UK scene in that the face on it is Rotage's face. And I was on my break at the game when it happened, so I don't know the details, but he played Peace in our time and then got a game loss for running later in the turn or something.
No.
So from now, whenever he plays Peace, he tends to put a duck in front of him called the Don't Run Duck. Which is why
now there's 4 ducks on the card. That makes
ducks on it, his face, the words "Don't Run" constantly splattered all over it. And then the flavor text is a throwback to a flavor text type Magic used to do in the early day, where it was all like a phrase, ancient something meaning this, and I think it says quack ancient runner phrase meaning you lose the game.
Yep. Okay, art friends, you're on Discord. Please talk to each other because I drank too much water and need to go run to use the bathroom. After that, we're going to be playing some TKO, and then we're just going to be bantering and having fun. So if people are not aware, TKO is a Jackbox game, and I chose that one because it can also get audience participation. So not only are we going to be competing against each other, but we're also going to be competing for the chat's favor.
Cool.
I'll be right back because I have to use the restroom. Bye.
That's going to be the moment when you all realise that we're all absolute hacks.
Also, I have no idea how to play that game in a safe for work manner, and I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah, that's also a concern.
I was gonna show you the TKO I won the other day, but no, it's not very stable.
See what I mean?
I mean, I keep thinking back to TKO T-shirts that I got sent, and none of them.
They're
are
all.
stable.
They're all.
None.
Actually,
I'm amazed we managed to go through the stream with one swear, and that wasn't me. It's a miracle.
Also, we still have the always be helping thing to talk about, right?
Oh yeah, that was a very special project. Close to my heart.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on. Just put a link in there.
Should I talk
Yeah.
about it?
yeah, it was your idea originally, I believe.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Meat Boss.
What?
Nothing. All good.
So basically, at the start of lockdown, a lot of us, including myself, were really struggling to find work. So we had this idea that if we got a bunch of old arts contributed from different artists, we could just put them into one pack, put it up on NPC, and then all the proceeds would go towards a fund for emergencies. And yeah, it was a tremendous success. We made over $1,000, and we spent some of it on donations and once on emergencies, but we still have quite a lot of it that we need to decide what to do with.
Oh,
I'm back.
yeah, and also speaking of alt arts at the moment, Bob Tomatoes over at Jinteki has been working on the alt art interface over the last few months to where they work again, and there's a lot of fan alt arts on it now. Mine and Kat's definitely.
Amazing.
So if you donate, you get the option to pick every card you have art between the official arts and what's up. I also sent, I think, the past year of Nisei alts to go on at some point.
Oh, the
I know
Data
those
Raven
aren't-
is so good.
The Nisei ones aren't on yet, but
Bob looked at the volume I'd sent and was like, this is a rainy days project. He also saw the alt art flip card of Hoshiko from the Limes pack, and said it's two of his worst things combined in flip cards and alt arts. That's definitely going to break the server.
So if people did not know, you go to cards on Jinteki, you can go to set, and you can just pick all of the alt arts.
You have to be a donator to.
No, you don't need to be another donator to see them, but to select
not to
them.
see them, but to
So,
select them. You
right,
do.
so you can just go to all, and you can see them all. But so you can see that I could, if I was a donator, I would click on this card, and there would be a enable for this accelerated beta test if I was actually a
So
donator.
if you click on it, if on one of them where the metadata comes up, if you're a donator, it says select art under it.
Yep. And then if you go to, I believe it's the About page is how you can go through and donate.
Yeah, it still goes to Min's PayPal because he still owns the servers, which I know has thrown a few people off because it also says he's retired. But
He is retired from development, but he still runs the servers, and that is
Yes.
a cost, and I am more than happy to donate to both pay for that cost as well as just play with some fun.
I believe the
shiny
default
things.
art is the last printing of the cards.
That's correct. So,
But I think you can maybe select non-alt arts without donating. But
you can go
I'm
into
not-
you can go into settings and you can select to not show alt arts if you don't want to see what your cards your opponent is playing with. So if
I
your
meant-
opponent's showing with alt arts, then it will
yeah,
And if you don't want to see this version of the Sexy Naked Man Adonis campaign, and you want to see the original version of Adonis campaign, you can just turn that setting off, and it will always default to the...
More, can you switch between the original Art Sure Gamble and new Art Sure Gamble without donating?
No, it's always the latest
Okay.
printing. Let me not just show my screen. That's my face. I don't want to do that. Let me put up some cool alt arts here. And then let me pull up Steam and let me start TKO. Oh, what I'll need to do is I'll need to start streaming on Discord so that you all can see the game.
Dan, can you still get to a minor scoop that I sent in the Discord? You know what I'm referring to, right?
Yes, I just... hold on 1 second. I just need to... Oh, yes, I can definitely share that minor scoop. But I did just start this game. So let me go into the settings so I can turn the volume down, because it's going to be way too loud for everybody. Okay. Minor scoop. What is this? I don't know what this is.
He's wonderful.
I can't say what it is, because the person who commissioned me is in this call, and they will get very angry at me if I say what this is.
But it's something you're working on.
No, it's finished. It's finished.
Okay,
This is a minor zoomed-in bit of an upcoming piece of mine. I don't think I can say anything else. Aki, what else can we say?
It doesn't look like an orb, so I'm confused.
It is not an orb. It is the rightmost. It is the right, the below right corner.
Maybe the
It's a little
orb
friend
is
of the
somewhere
bigger
off
friend.
screen.
What could it be? Who knows?
I will say, and I'm pretty sure Aki will allow me this to say, it is a very playable card.
Yes. I think.
What could it be? Take your screenshots now so you can speculate. Because coming tomorrow, when we'll know all the cards for Gateway, everyone's going to be really sad that they can't speculate anymore.
It's not in Gateway.
No,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Everyone's
Okay.
so used to Gateway scoops hype, and now that's going to go away because all the cards will be available. So there has to be some sort of hype speculation, and that can be provided from Elwyn there. Okay. Oh my god, it feels so loud. Please. Okay.
Oh, notice Justin has joined us.
Justin, you're just in time.
Oh god.
I didn't mean that.
Beautiful.
But I did at the same time.
It's okay. I've heard every pun based on my name. All of them. Because my
said it
entire
because-
name is just 3 jokes in a row.
Okay. Is the audio okay on stream?
It's a little laggy, but it's fine.
Okay. Oh wait. Uh-oh. This might be bad. Haha. Oh, my game just crashed. Let's try that again. I realized I wanted to make sure that the people on this call got into the game first, so I made sure to hide the screen. It is quite loud, says Sidehash. I will try to fix that. And I will fix that by going into OBS and just cranking that volume down. Is that better? Much, much better, thank you. Okay, cool. And you guys can still hear me just fine, right? Uh-oh, did I lose? Chat, I have actually lost everyone on the Discord, so I just need to fix that. Excuse me while I have some... Don't worry, I'm aware. I think I'm fixing the issue right now. Why can't they hear? Why is nobody answering me? The reason why no one's answering me is because...
We're answering you now!
I know, but the reason why before earlier was just because my Discord just completely crashed.
Nice.
You dished this.
Okay, so... I'm gonna post the... So, go to jackbox.tv, and then enter that code. The people on this call.
Are we streaming TKO?
Yes, we're streaming TKO. So be...
I'm not going to participate. That is a bad idea. That is a bad idea.
The name that I had for my last Jackbox game was,
Just be a little bit...
Also, it says room not found. Oh, wait. That's because I can't bug.
Okay, in a couple seconds, I'm just not have the screen up so that people, yes, you guys will all get the code in a second. Okay, that should be better.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone in that's going to be in?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to the main scene. So if people want to join to play, as part of the audience, please do. Actually, we have 2 people that can join as part of the main group. But then, besides that, join as part of the audience.
Better and check it out.
Now remember, we are on the Project Nisei Twitch account, so please keep this PG-13, PG.
I have no idea how I'm gonna play this game like that. Oh my god.
Just be a little bit nicer.
Oh.
We'll get there.
Worst case scenario, it will just catch on fire. It's fine.
Okay. Can we
Shall I start?
Yeah,
again?
start it up. Other people can. I think audience members can join as we go. Okay, so if people have not played this before, the purpose is to actually. This is a game that you can technically win, but I don't think we're playing to win. We are drawing T-shirts.
Actually very approachable. You'll have to use all your t-shirt design prowess to make it off T-Shirt Island alive. Or slip the boat guy $20 and he'll usually take you back. Jerry's a good guy.
I have that
Welcome
feeling
to the
that like,
training ground.
the stream was
You
pretty
will
delayed
use your
for me.
device to draw 3 drawings.
There's a delay on
You
it.
may draw whatever
Yeah,
you
let me
wish.
see if I can get
and if
you
your
guys
wish is
somewhere
to
up to
know
date.
what to draw, hit the suggestion button. Get your drawing fingers wiggling. It's time to draw.
It's just kind of hard to... Wait, that's it? Oh, I only got to draw one thing.
Yeah, you just draw one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good, because now I can actually, like, do...
Oh, yeah, we can't see the timer either, which is kind of weird. Because it's, like, delayed.
Yeah, you have 52 seconds. Okay, so... So what do people have on the alt art or art projects on the side right now? What are people working on?
Well, I'm doing a piece of price support for Nisei that I
Let
can't
time
talk
is not
about.
the decoration. Finish quickly.
I've been commissioned to do Mistborns for my friend.
You can change your line thickness with that little button, you know. Drawing 2, begin.
I have some fun tokens that I've been working on for when my laser actually shows up.
I'm absolutely terrified of the fact that the audience is about to discover that we can't actually draw.
Oh no, this is my greatest work.
Same.
You, like,
I mean, I'm also killing it, but... But without being able to hear the game audio at all, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, oh man, that is weird. I'm just afraid that if I start streaming on... Let me try it. If I start streaming on AC again... Justin says, I'm pretty sure my mic is not working. I have no idea why. Well, it's true. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, I've talked a few times.
There you
about
are.
it.
That's weird.
Oh, now it's working. Maybe I'm just dumb. That's entirely
I'm pretty
possible.
sure we're
Now
both
really nuts
muted
with
and
his last one.
deafened.
Begin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I have to do another one. Oh, I'm doing other stuff, though. Does this work? Can you... Okay, I think that I'm streaming on Discord if people want to watch on Discord, and it's just going to be TKO. So that message is for everyone on this video voice call, by the way. What's my third? Oh, I should draw one of these.
got some.
how long left on the timer?
38 seconds.
Oh god.
I've got some hot messes here.
I keep habitually two-finger tapping to try and erase something. Because I'm so used to using Procreate, but of course it does not work.
I mean, we're just drawing on our phones. Like, it's not that good. Like, we're not that good at drawing. At least I'm not. drawing on
Oh,
our
I'm
phone.
using an actual Wacom tablet.
Of course you are. You freaking tryhard over here. I'm on my
What?
crappy little phone.
I'm not drawing
That's
on
pretty
it.
try hard.
I'm drawing on
What?
my iPad.
Okay.
Challenge
Absolute
complete.
maniacs.
I just happened to be using it
For your
when I was
last
working
exercise, you will
on
write as
the
many slogans
Ratadevan,
or phrases
and
as you can.
Oh, the
Something short
Ratadevan,
and
the one we
snappy like you
didn't
might see
speak
on a
about.
t-shirt. And use a suggestion
you
if
can
you
speak
need
about it.
one.
It's not like it's a
Accepting your
secret.
limitations is a part
No,
of
no,
life.
I'm just...
Go!
PG. Remember, let's not. Please don't.
I'm looking for like 3 or 4 from each of you. Does that seem doable? Just give it a shot.
Sorry, Zombie and everyone else. I forgot just how much this game relies on the participants doing setup, and then it will all become funny in a second.
Yeah, and we also
If I'm about
can't
to
talk at the same
expire,
time
you
because
may
we're
want to finish
concentrating.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a really
Hey,
good
you dug
one.
Deep that time.
Gotta go fast.
I know, but I was trying to do chat stuff.
Training complete. Now take a look at your
I only did
device.
6.
Select one drawing and one slogan to create the perfect t-shirt combination. And I
These are
do mean
great.
perfect.
Oh. Oh my gosh, who did this? Oh, I know.
Oh.
Okay, I did it. I did it. Okay. Hi, hello, Netrunner chat. How is everyone doing?
Mine is sick. Mine is sick.
Excellent. All is ready. Let the tournament begin.
Also, the Discord stream, is it working for anybody else?
It's paused for me.
Yeah, I think you have it minimized, Dan.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be watching it.
Versus
Twitch thing is being chocolate.
What? Why are they both orbs?
I cannot see them!
Yeah, you have,
all
you have
orbs?
it minimized in Discord.
Oh my god, do I?
What the heck is this?
I'm
versus I want you to fight.
Sorry, Alexis. I know that one was yours.
A new challenger appears.
Oh my god, okay.
Fight.
Yeah, I'm streaming too many things. It's very choppy.
A new challenger appears. Go ahead and fight already. A tie won't cut it. The defender wins. Versus. Fight for me, babies. Fight.
Okay, but I'm going to log off because the stream is well,
Versus.
it's doing this.
Fight each
However, I'm glad that I could show off some awesome artists and talk about some of the process, and we can, you know. Actually, let me close this out so I can actually do this properly. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Things.
Yeah, I think people
What?
just like left because we killed it.
Okay. Great. I have you guys back at least. So I basically the
Oh, it's a good art though. Did you see
Oh, I
it?
got disconnected.
Yeah, I completely killed the application because my computer was struggling to run Discord, Twitch, and the game all at the same time on this computer. But I wanted to spend this time to give everyone a nice farewell because I'm going to be ending the stream in a second. So
Yeah.
and then we're just gonna play TKO on our own, and then we can say all
I can
the
stream it on my channel.
we can
if you
stream it
want.
on your channel. We can
Yeah.
say naughty words. We can draw
Yeah, let's just go
inappropriate
fucking-
things.
Can we
So
be on stream? Was that on stream?
That's a good question. Like, could someone else just run the game and then?
Yeah, I can run it. I'll run it and I'll stream it.
Okay.
yeah, that should work. Or I could run it, and then Alexis, you could stream it.
Well, I would say
No, I'll just
Dan
run
should
and
keep
stream.
streaming it just because Dan's running the stream.
Well, I think
Well,
that
hey, I think
we've
the
lost
problem
a
is
good
that your
amount of
computer can't
viewers.
do.
Yeah.
I don't think your computer can do stream and Jackbox and Discord.
Yeah, so I
And
think
another
it's
stream.
I think it's good. I think it's good. Yeah, more RAM. Yeah, my gaming computer is upstairs. Unfortunately, I'm streaming on this laptop down here. But anyways, I think it was a really fun stream. My goal for the stream was to make sure that the community, everybody was able to see a bunch of awesome talent that is available in the community, and that when you are making your purchase order for System Update and System Gateway, also to keep in mind that there is a bunch of other stuff out there that you can purchase as well with it. So I know that some people outside of the US like to go through make playing cards, and there's a bunch of storefronts on NPC that you can go and buy awesome alt arts from. And you can find that all on nearethhub.net, the website that I created. So let me actually just share my screen one more time. Go to nearethhub.net/artistcolony. There is links to all new alt arts, play mats, alt arts links to almost everybody that has NPC stores, a section for tokens if you are a new player and you're looking for a way to track your game without breaking the bank, or sometimes with breaking the bank, depending on the cost on some of these. There's a lot of great token options, as well as ways to create your own tokens. And then at the bottom, some apparel. So if you want a nice shirt from some of the people that are on this call, please support them that way as well. And then the rest of Near Earth Hub also has links to a bunch of other stuff around Netrunner. So if you have not seen that before, please check it out. It is really useful for those that are both new to the community as well as people that have been here for a while. We are going to be swapping over to Mean Lady Streams, twitch.tv/Mean Lady Streams, where we're going to be continuing our banter, and I won't get in trouble for saying bad words over there. So thank you all.
Yep.
I'm going to stop the stream. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy Gateway Eve.
Oh, yes, we could raid.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let me figure out how to do that. I'm not a professional streamer.
Dan, you forgot to say "Yo, fam!" Like and subscribe.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, be a streamer.
Okay, so how do I raid? Can I do /raid? Does that just work?
You probably have to specify whom you're rating. It's like a guess. I don't know what I'm talking about.
And also, please buy us stuff so we don't starve.
Yeah, that would be. Alexis, are you streaming?
I'm I need to just do a quick setup because my internet changed, so I'm just doing that really fast.
Okay.
But
I have the commands to raid the stream as soon as it's going.
Yeah, it's just like I have to do the setup thing for the internet on OBS. It's just running that wizard. Hey, here we go.
I should text my wife to see what we're
Start
doing.
streaming. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Wait, I need to put a title on Twitch. Right, hold on. 1 second. Where's they changed the whole layout of everything, and I don't know what to do anymore. Where's creator dashboard?
The stream went very professional and then descended into complete chaos.
I mean,
love
that's
that.
Is that the plan?
yeah.
It's a live stream.
Welcome to the artist colony.
I was gonna say it's very on brand for us. So
That is the artist colony experience, especially now that Justin and I are both here. Because
Okay.
other
It
shout
should
outs.
be.
Oh, perfect.
Ollie,
Yeah.
your camera was on for a moment.
it is on.